All right. I am Tyrell Datweiler with Hill Productions, and we are back. We have got the point match that is about to happen here at Phil's Bar and Grill in Salem, Oregon. For this is day 2, tour stop number 3 of the Northwest Women's Pool Association 2025 tour. As I mentioned, this is the point match between Jordan Oakes and Kathie MacDonald. This will be a race to 6. Playing 10 ball on 7-foot diamond tables. This is a rack your own alternate break format. Just waiting for TD to get our table assigned for our scorebug here. And there we go. All right, so yeah. All right, so Kathie has won the lag. She will break first. Kathie out of Victoria area, Vancouver Island, BC, Canada. Jordan from Portland, Oregon. The winner of this match will go on to play in the final. This is a double elimination format up until the final, which is then an extended single race. That race will be to 9 in the final. The winner advances to the final. The loser will be guaranteed at least third. All right, Kathie, a couple balls on the break here. 2 more threatening. We have our 4th place match. It is playing, or will be played. They have not started yet. I think the table's been assigned. One of the players is here. Just waiting on the other player for that match, who just finished playing a couple minutes ago, advancing from the 5th, 6th match to play for at least 4th. That matchup is between Sarah Myers-Mitchell and Marion Poole. I believe that match will be on an Evo Sports streaming table. I believe that they are going to have that one going as well. No commentary. So if you want to dual screen it, Evo Sports YouTube channel, you should be able to find that stream once it's live. Long look at the one here. Into the rail. Right. Ball standing up. Kathie with the 1 rail, maybe 2 rail kick here. Should she opt to use that little bit of the short rail before the contact? I actually like going a little rail first there. Helps that ball get up table. A little soft though. Play the 2-4 combo. Didn't manage the two ball very well. Just left your cue ball up here on the short rail.
Ready. Set the stream up. Put in the name too, right?
Yep, tough cut to that lower right. Jordan's going to be straight in on this too. Playing the 3-9. All right, able to play the 3 past the 9. She get a look at the 5 though. A bunch of the table to navigate. So maybe she can see it the gap. She's called safe. So just try to rail it out of there, stop the ball, so you got the 10 and the 8 as cover. No, just trying to rub off it and leave it a little weird. So I couldn't really tell what part of the ball she could see. All right, early in the game, Kathie felt like taking a swing at the Timbo. I think the hope was to leave the 5 a little more on the rail up there, maybe more towards the center. A little conservative on the speed there. Or settling for a longer shot on this 8 ball. She needs to be careful playing to the left side for this 9 ball that she doesn't overrun it and get behind the 10. Both these players played once today. Been sitting for an entire round since that match, so maybe needing to shoot a few balls to get back in the swing of things. Loosen back up.
Okay, it's fine. It's safe. Don't blink.
Yeah, we're really taking her time here. We had been looking at shooting it to this lower right. Now she's taking a look at maybe back cutting this on the side. Looked a little scratchy to me. Maybe draw is about the only way you defeat the scratch. She got into it good, but she's sitting long on this 9 ball. You get carom. I think you have to draw into the carom. You like making a stun line. You're hitting the ball a little, the 9 ball a little too thick, losing most of your energy, but this angle, just gonna play safe.
No, it's actually.
Now I need a pencil.
Now, I think Julie needs to take a note from when she was playing Dora. This is a bank that you play to the upper right corner. This is a bank that most players tend to play short, which is just fine in the two-way sense of things, because if you come up short, 9 ball rolls into the middle of that short rail as long as you don't hit it too fast. She's hit really well.
Jury was out.
Well, they went in on the bank, banked a little long. Just needs to manage the cue ball here. Wants it to basically go side to side on basically a vertical line. Oh, she overcut it. No, I think that's gonna be cuttable on the side for Kathie. Definitely get the feeling players are a little cold. Been sitting for a bit. Both probably had a little bite to eat, keep the blood sugar up. No, she's missed it, but she's just pushed it to the side of the pocket where it's awkward. Alright, so I think she's trying to play safe. She has called the 9 on the lower right on the off chance that goes in. Yeah, it's just a situation. I'm not really sure what to do. All right, tally the first one up for Kathie. Thank you. A thank you to our sponsors, Lippman Lights, changing the way you see pool. Lippman Lights, the official 2025 tour sponsor of the NWPA. A thank you to our stop sponsor, Rose City Billiards. If you're looking to play in a BCA league in the Portland Gresham area, get a hold of Raquel. Diamond Mine Northwest, diamond pool table distribution, servicing the Northwest. If you're looking for a diamond table, John Scudder's your guy. Give him a call. And a thank you to our stop venue, Phil's Bar and Grill here in Salem, Oregon. We've been enjoying ourselves all weekend here at Phil's. They've been taking good care of us. We appreciate their hospitality and having us back after a year hiatus. We were here in 2023. We did not have a stop here last year, so it's nice to be back. Familiar venue. Great break from Jordan. 2 balls down. A look at the one. She's on the short side. We'll have to shoot it down to that lower right corner. Needs to be careful not to let the cue ball drift behind the 3 ball. No, one side pocket jumped out and got that ball. I think Jordan's going to be looking at the back of the ball here. See if she puts the cue ball or the object ball behind traffic. Yeah.
Cheerios. Not honey.
She's one rail out of the short rail. Too skinny. All right, ball hand for Kathie. On this bottom side, let the cue ball go forward a little bit for the 3. Maybe get fairly straight on the 3. Just draw back and a couple inches. Ideally, you want to keep a little bit of angle on the 2, but not a whole lot. Let me just pull back. Foot, maybe for the 3 in the upper side pocket. Well, she might go forward 2 rails and shoot the 3 in this bottom side pocket, the way I'm watching her. Yeah. She's gonna try and hold for the 6-7, or is she going around the 6? Going around the 6. Yeah, I like that better than holding. Couple shots here where Kathie can start to maybe let her stroke out a little bit, just kind of feel the speed of the table. Ooh, watch out, corner, hook, watch out, side pocket. Right here, or just slightly out of the rail. Just cueing low. I think she's just dragging that shot a little bit. Be careful not to scratch here because your cue ball going into the 10. You draw it's going into the back of the 9. I feel like the stun right through the gap is maybe as no. She did well. She hit that really good. I could tell if she could get through that gap without hitting a ball, or get through it without hitting a ball and not being in line for the corner pocket. Great shot from Kathie there. Good run out from Kathie after forcing the ball in hand. Take a 2-0 lead. Speaking of sponsors, let's talk about NWPA's partnership with Jam Up Apparel. So the new news is they have a brand store that is now live at Jam Up Apparel for the NWPA. There you have a look at the current jersey that has been available at that storefront. The jersey design from Nicole Denisi, one of the board members, who also is responsible for pretty much all of the media design work for the tour. So they have them in women's and men's styles. You can get your name on the back, and you can help support the NWPA by purchasing one. So go check it out. Get yourself a NWPA branded jersey. And thank you, Jam Up, for their partnership. Try and play safe, I believe. I didn't see her call it, so I assume she's just trying to chuck the cue in with that stuff. It's leaked out. Or the one ball, excuse me. Much outside. No, 9-ball got her. Trying to draw out around that traffic. Well, 6-9 is an issue. If Kathie wants to try and do something about it now. She tried to brush it and has hooked herself. Yes, had she brushed it, the speed would have been great because it would have deflected that cue ball to the right towards the rail, or there would have been a look at the 4. Or even if she'd come in nice and full, she could have stopped on the 6. No. Tasked with a harder situation. Hits it good. Going rail first. I'm talking about earlier. She had that kick shot earlier. Without going rail first helps you get back down to the other end of the table. All right, looks like we're taking on the 10-ball here, 5-10. Down it goes. They both kind of chased the first rack. Kathie forcing the ball in hand in the second, running out from there. An unforced error from Jordan here, that little incidental kiss, giving Kathie another ball in hand. Though she got herself in trouble, got out of it, was able to take on that 5-10. It looked like the cue was tracking the corner, got a little love bump from one of the other balls, save Jordan from giving up ball in hand on the break. It looks like she can see the one. Not really a shot though. That 2-4 cluster, or 2-8 cluster, correction. Like this. That's a good shot. Good opening shot from Jordan. Just wedging the cue ball in with the 2-8. Looks like maybe Kathie might have to put a touch of right, maybe not. The natural angle is there. Good shot. Split second where I thought she was going to catch that 5. Just missed it. But finished some margins. I think Jordan's going to play safe. She's on the rail. I think trying to cut this in with top is a little scratchy. Otherwise, you'd have to dig into it with some right English to try and kind of stun to the side and spin back out. Now she's able to avoid the scratch. Oh, but she did, well, she called safe. Is Kathie gonna scratch here? Thought the layout Jordan had on the 1 looked a little scratchy, but it turned out the safety from the 2 was a little scratchy. I think I like taking ball in hand, yeah, from over there. Just trying to stick this cue ball to the 5 and bank the 2 away. You want to make sure the 2 doesn't rub the 5 and push it out of the way. I think Kathie is. I think she maybe might have to spin this one a hair. All right, 2 out in the open for Jordan. Should be able to hold in and out of that rail for the 3 ball. So I don't think you can, I mean, you could maybe draw and get straight on the 3. You want to make sure you give yourself enough angle on this 3 to come back out of the rail to the center of the table, because that 4 is up there just above the 8 ball. You'll be able to come out to the middle of the table so you can shoot that in the upper left. If you have too little angle, you have to play short side, or the angle takes you right into the ball. And she hit that a little thick, hit it into the rail.
We're on the wrong side of the room, aren't we?
Wait, are they having fun in the second chance over there? Is there excitement and fun? Yeah, so there is a second chance tournament going on today as well for all the ladies who did not finish in the money yesterday. So we played down to the top 12 last night and brought back the top 12 who I think the payout started at 12th place. So anybody who did not make it to day 2 was eligible for that second chance. I believe it filled up in a matter of minutes when the doors opened this morning because it's a first come, first serve situation. Gonna have to kick in behind this 3 ball. Gets a hit. But Kathie's gonna have a cut into the corner. A little inside on here, a little kill to try and bring this back over for the 4. Moves that ball well right in front of the 5. She's gonna have to pull over so she can shoot the 7 in the. I guess she. Well, no, it looks like she's creating some angle. Cheat the pocket a little bit. That play below it needs to get around the 10 though. I don't think she wanted to get that far south of the table. I can't tell if she has the edge to play it in the side. I think she's got to go all the way up. Well, maybe she's playing it in the side. I can't tell. Looks like she's playing the side. No, all the way up. Struck that well. All right, a little bit of angle. Not a lot. No, go forward, looking with some right. You don't know Mary very well, then.
Pick the side between stop job, forward. Maybe they're forward, almost not the way. Almost not. Well, thank you. See, stop.
All right, Kathie up to 4. Do. All right, let's take a look at the payouts. So these players are guaranteed at least 3rd. The winner of this match will be guaranteed at least 2nd. So About $175 on the line here of guaranteed money. First 825, second 585. And then our fourth place match, which is happening on the other table. The loser of that is going to get a check for 275. Kathie to break, rack number 5. And again, as I mentioned earlier, if you haven't done so already, and if you can, please give the stream a share. No, the word out, some exposure for the NWPA as well as our sponsors. The NWPA is a nonprofit, so we rely highly on community sponsorship to put this tour on every year. And we appreciate anybody can give a share to the stream and help us out. Also, if you don't already subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Hill Hill Productions one, hit that subscribe button, get notified when we go live at every stop. All right, Jordan jammed up here. Looks like she's got plenty of room to kick this one rail. There's a stretch though. I think she's gonna need the bridge. See her grabbing one. Right. Have a look at the one. It's a no man's land. I think she's gonna try and put Jordan on the back of another ball. She can send the 1 through the gap between the 5 and the 10, and maybe the Q through the gap between the 2 and the 8. Right, so she was trying to play the 1 off the 10 and I think send the Q into the back of the 5 and the 3. An opts to go into this cluster of balls and try and open them up at the same time. Should get a big enough bump on the 10 ball. Oh, that 5 ball is going to roll. 9 ball's kind of blocking the corner anyways. It's like about the only real shot here is the back cut to this lower right corner. Like that to roll a little bit more. And another foot, maybe air more. That too ball tracked. Would have gotten some cover. Looks like that's the 4 ball that's down here with 9. Yep. She's coming to the left side of the table. She needs to get down far enough to shoot this on the side. Pretty good. I'd probably just shoot a stop shot here. I don't want an angle going into the 10. Like either be straight in at an 8. She still went forward a little bit. Let's draw back a little bit, I suppose. Alright, keeping it simple, just stuns across the face of the 10. 9 is right in front of the pocket. Should be able to clip this in and just come back. Stay on this left-hand side of the table for the 10 in the upper right corner. Should be all right.
Not one of those shots. Okay, runners. Maybe,
All right, Kathie of the Hill. Quick look at the standings. It'll be interesting to see how the standings look after the stop. Now the players on this list are in the tournament anymore. Of the ones on this list that were back this morning, Andy, Sophia, Sarah, Marianne. And since that first match, at some point, they've all been eliminated. It'll be interesting how the standings changed based on the players that were here and where the high finishers that are still remaining place. So I know Sarah Myers-Mitchell, who's playing on the other table, was at the last stop and made it to day 2. I don't believe Marianne Poole did. She's also playing the other match. Kathie was at the last stop. And I believe she made it to day 2 as well. Jordan's been at all 3 stops. I think this is her first day 2 showing. Guaranteed 3rd at this point, so that should give her a boost, possibly propping her into the top 10. Nice and easy. Just making the ball. Let's see what the plan is with this too. Kind of shoot it kind of at the 3 and let the cue ball go to the left-hand side of the table down there by the 8. Don't make the 3. Oh, she took a flyer at the 5. It'd be interesting to see if the 10 can be caromed from the 3. It doesn't really look like it. Regardless, gonna have to start with the 2-5 here. Well, and then she unfortunately gets the 2 to go as well. She did not want that to go. She's called the 6. Mostly she's just banking this, hoping the balls get funny. Well, I think 10 was more makeable than anybody thought. All right. Well, hopefully Jordan recognizes that she should shoot this 310.
Not in a million years. How do you do that?
Just pure talent.
All right. That's how it starts. You get one on, and then you tally 4 more till it's hill. So yeah, we were talking about the standings, and had exciting news for the NWPA. The top points holder after stop number 4, so that'll be our stop at the Pocket in Boise, is going to receive a free entry to the 4th annual $15,000 added Don Ware Memorial Invitational. So the family has extended or donated an entry to the NWPA for one of the players. And that event's going to happen at the Golden Fleece at the beginning of August. Kind of the big, I would say one of the maybe one of the biggest prestigious tournaments that we have in the Northwest, seeing as it attracts a bunch of the pros every year. I think Shane has won it at least 2 of the 3, if not all 3. So Shane's usually here for it, as well as some of the others. So it's a really cool event. But yeah, it is invitational only. So all the players are there by invite.
Now don't you dare. Bad dog.
So yeah, it'll be a very cool event for whoever finishes with the top points after Boise. I know I was talking to Andy Camping last night. She was very excited about that news and is really hoping to hold on to her standing at first. So one of the reasons interested to see the movement after this stop, especially with Andy going out in the not the last round, no, the round before that. I believe Robin Adams, who was on the stream previously playing Sarah, I think she knocked Andy out in the round previous to that. So the 7th, 8th round, I think. Man, just nothing coming easy for Jordan in this one. Brenda, I just realized that you were in the chat earlier. Been fairly quiet the last 2 days, so been keeping as close eyes as I should. But yeah, it is good seeing how well Jordan, how good an event she's having. For anybody that doesn't know, Jordan is my partner. So as commentator, I'm doing my best to be impartial. You know, I'm very friendly with Kathie Mack as well. So I want to see them both win. But yeah, I am very proud of her performance this weekend. She's had a great tournament. Yeah, so regardless of where she finishes at, it's a good showing. Hopefully a good confidence boost going forward for the rest of the tour. Alright, good setup for Kathie here. Just kind of come across the table to the left here. He's got some angle. Still may be able to draw down for this 4 and stay to the left, to the leftish hand side of the table. However, looks like maybe the 4 might pass the 10 and the 8, and it may go in both corners. Yeah, the more I look at it, I think Kathie's got the option to play this in either corner, so maybe going forward. Couple rails. No, I'm good right now. Soon though. Yeah. Maybe Wilson MacDonald, one of the other board members, over here grabbing something from behind the booth, saying hi. Checking to make sure I'm fed and hydrated so I don't get hangry on the stream. Well, it's decision time on how she wants to play this. Does she want to come back and forth, try and shoot the 9 in the same pocket, or does she think she can hold this? She absolutely can hold it. All right. Needs to stay focused, just bear down. Oh, no. Yeah. I'm a little worried that she was queuing too high. All right, stop there for a second. Got a little bit of that point on the way in. She's good. All right, another one on the board. Well, just a reminder for everybody watching out there, YouTube does have a chat feature, so if you're watching on your phone, or on your laptop, computer, feel free to jump in the chat and say what's up. Show your support for whichever player you're rooting for. Ask any questions you may have about the tour or the format. All right. Imagine Kathie's going to roll out here. Cut it a little too thick. Mm. All right, well, unforced error from Kathie. Gonna get Jordan a ball in hand here. Well, Jordan's trying to figure out where she wants to start. Let's see if I can't get the score from our other table. All right, it looks like Marion and Sarah tied up at 3-all. That's the fourth place match, B-side match. So that's a race to 5. No, 4 in front of that side pocket, so I think Jordan can just go forward on this 3-ball. From that other angle, it looked like it can be played into the side. Yeah, I can see a little bit of daylight between it and the rail. I think it goes, but she's having a couple looks at it. Might just have to play it soft enough that it goes. Oh, it went just fine. Did have a little oomph. I'm gonna make sure she didn't leave the cue ball behind the 8. Actually came across the table a little too much. Yeah, she's got a funny cut shot. Needs a spot shot. Do worry about running into the 7 though. Just because the 5's a little left of the spot. Yeah, that was what I was worried about. Yeah, I agree with you, Cliff. It was a pretty big ball, though. I think if the 5 was more on the spot. She had a better chance of missing it. All right, looks like runnable table. Yep, I've seen a couple unforced errors from Kathie, so I'm gonna wait till the final ball and this rack drops before I decide which score line it goes to. I had this camera mounted to the light. Oh, what a good roll. He easily could have tied that up with the 9 ball. Kathie got away with one there. She's still got to get on the 9 though. Can she pinch and draw back? That looks like she's doing. I apologize for the bouncing camera from the side view there. I had that mounted on the light yesterday, but the AC was blowing the light all around. So I mounted it to the ceiling, but the AC has still got enough oomph that even that clamp tightened down all stiff, it's still blowing my camera around a little bit. All right, good shot. Jesus with good speed. I feel like she really has to worry about scratching in the side because you see a lot of balls she hits that track towards that side pocket, but they just stop good and short. All right, this is for the match. Go to the final. All right, Kathie MacDonald, our first player into the final. She will now go take a break and wait for her opponent. Jordan will hop on over to the B side and be guaranteed third. She'll be waiting for the winner of the match going on table 1. So we're going to mute up while we wait for that match to finish, and then we will have our third place match on this table shortly thereafter. So stay tuned. Back in a little bit.